Do you know what day it is?
Is this a question to me, or a rhetorical question to the audience?
A rhetorical question to you.
Okay, then I'm not gonna answer.
It is Friday, of course. Well, technically it's already Saturday. But coincidentally it's the day that we record the last update of DTS-T with Antroid and Hippocat.
Hello.
And, well, I should mention that it also has been with Deathmatcher and Magnesium that one time. So let's go into the final destination. I wonder if... Oh, wow, we get a little... The traveler has reached the end of the journey. That's a very specific quote that only fits in this situation and no other. Okay. Oh, interesting.
Is that like the base from the very beginning of the game?
I think it might be, because even though I don't remember the room, what else could it be? And it plays a remix of The Sign of Evil, or otherwise known as the music that's playing on the final map of episode 1 on Doom 1. You should remember that one. The very like not suspenseful, like tragic one. Although the remix is kind of bad. I don't like it too much, but whatever. We are supplied with all the weapons imaginable. Da, 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 da. Okay, and armor and... so I kinda... Riley said last time that the device found him. And I wonder if... At this point I don't really know if he was the one who stole it in the first place, which would be just kind of bizarre and strange. Or if we were actually chasing, and while we were chasing the device, it returned back to base here. And who was the thief then? That's my big question about the story, because before the last twist, I was laughing at people who said that the DTS-T story makes no sense. But now I don't really know what to think about it, because if there was someone who stole the device, is he going to even like be mentioned again? Or what? Or did it just go out for a walk and then come back and here it is, Riley is corrupted and now he is the bad guy? Whatever.
I don't know. This plot has huge potential for all sorts of time travel and mindfucks. Like, actually, we stole the device in the future because we...
Ooh. Oh snap! I actually have to pay attention to this. Wow. Well, he said something about introducing me to a former colleague of mine, which is kind of morbid. And yeah, let me introduce you. And he actually talks, his voice is like really low and demonic now, that's kind of cool. I wonder if it was pitch shifted in SoundForge or... no, die. Okay, I have the solution for that. Or if he just made his voice like that naturally. And he adds the predator. I can't do it now. You know how the sound the predator makes, like tick 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 tick.
Yeah, I know.
Only better. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much the destroyed... Oh, snappity! Destroyed hangar. Whoa! How are you still not dead? But he looks like he's stuck now and couldn't actually attack. But it's cool. The outside is totally overgrown, judging by our window views. Well, no, because the sky is still visible. I don't know what to think. Should he texture that sky hole with the snake texture here or not? I don't know. Okay, let's walk out here and see where we can get. I primarily want to look at this scientist here, who is very precariously planking on this device. That's
Yeah,
kinda...
corpses don't work like that.
you know what I think? I think that he placed it near it, but the corpse width was so much that it thought it should I don't know, lay on this sector. Because things do that sometimes, certain things that are not supposed to be solid, like candles. they select, I think sometimes at least, they select the sector, the height at which to be, not just by the center of the thing. Oh wow, this ladder here. Not just by the center of the thing, but by like the highest sector in the thing's hitbox. Even the hitbox should not matter at all. So yeah, the story of DTS-T, I am going to totally ask Deathmatcher about that. Or, better yet, since Deathmatcher is planning to make like a big post at the end of this, I assume he's going to do so after watching this part. And so, damn it. Oh yes, sports crouching. No, it does. Oh. Oh, it's one of these doors. I am just going to ask Deathmatcher this right now. If by the end I still have questions about the plot, I will voice them, and Deathmatcher, please explain and elaborate. And yeah, as you were saying, Hippocats, did you lose your train of thought since then?
Well, not really. I was thinking that
Okay.
Deathmatcher could make, holy shit, a number of pretty cool like time travel mindfucks. Like actually we stole the DTS-T device in the future, and that somehow affected the past because we didn't want Riley to be corrupt and all our buddies to get killed or something like that.
So just like a paradox kind of loop where we stole a device in an attempt to prevent the thing that how to say it in a way that people will understand what I'm thinking. So we stole the device to prevent Riley being corrupted and all that, but us stealing the device actually leads to the very thing that we are trying to prevent.
Yeah, something like that.
Which is basically exactly a ripoff of one of the versions of Story of HSF. Okay. I don't know. I think yeah. I was too early and I was too late for that. The potential. You're right. The potential is there, but I think that compared to like modern games, the way that this story, the plot line, the premise here in the DTS-T was exploited, which just gave us 4 episodes and 4 different dimensions, roughly speaking, if you count the last episode to be a whole ton of dimensions. I mean, if you don't count it like that. It's the style in which old video games used to use their story, and you know, nowadays the stories in games are much more elaborate, and they get a lot of cutscenes, exposition, and whatever out of the story. But well, in the early days it was like, well, yeah, just take Doom's story. Demons have invaded not Earth, the bases of this corporation, blah blah blah, and compare how Doom 3 and the first Doom uses this story. And that's what I'm talking about. And the way the DTS-T is structured, like the 4 episodes just justified by us being able to traverse space and time following this thief, it just feels very nostalgic to me. I know, like Turok 2, it had 6 levels, 6 huge levels, all in totally different places, connected by portals to the hub. Literally was called the hub, and it just whatever the developers could think of, because the story justified making completely random levels. And yeah, I like that aspect. I don't know if I would enjoy if the story was much more elaborate, but of course a little time paradox at the end doesn't hurt anyone. Even though some, oh wow, I dodged right into that. Even though some people dislike time paradoxes which are like locked, I mean, where there is nothing that could have caused it in the first place. I mean, it's like self-sustaining, and if the Marine doesn't actually try to prevent what's happening, by doing that he's going to prevent it happening. But yeah, that's this what I don't know. I don't really like feel that all the missed opportunities in this world, all the times that I have had like an idea about something that could have been so much cooler, I don't feel like the missed opportunities really hurt, because you can, I don't know, unless you have no imagination for pretty much any creative work, you can probably think of some variant of it that you would enjoy much more, and I don't think that's valid grounds to enjoy less. So I don't know, especially since I just said about this story and the slightly less imaginative, one could say, less resourceful kind of exploitation of the available, I don't know, the setup. Wow, I talked way more than that topic deserved. Actually, yeah, that's one of the, I'd say one of the attributes of DTS-T that I enjoyed was the fact that it was made, like, some aspects of it are very, oh, that was bad. How can I suck so much against one cyber demon?
I don't know, you just keep trying to kill it with a shotgun for some fucking reason, and rocket launcher.
I don't want to waste BFG, but yeah, I'm thinking way more about talking and way less about actually killing the guy. I should probably rectify that. But yeah, as I was trying to say before I noticed how badly I'm playing, even badlier than usual, as I was trying to say, a lot of DTS-T is made, well, at least it feels like it was made with old games in mind, how they were made. Like the levels, the detail, the objectives in the levels, the story, how it's used, all that just feels kind of nostalgic. I mean, it feels like it could be a very old game made back when, like, developers haven't developed the guidelines for themselves, which they now follow completely meticulously and without much thought. I keep mentioning that like it's a bad thing, but yeah, I actually, I don't know, it's a bit hypocritical, I think, saying that some people should like some things more. That's basically what I'm saying sometimes when people complain about, like, backtracking. And I feel, I know that some people enjoy Doom for different reasons, and some people enjoy, like, interconnected open maps, smooth gameplay, completely abstract visuals, whatever. And I don't as much. And even though I fully understand that there's different opinions, different tastes and all that, I still keep wanting to think, like, no, stop enjoying what I don't enjoy and enjoy what I want you to. And
well, that's what all people want to say all the time. There's a bunch of arguments pretty much everywhere because people cannot accept that there are different opinions. And you're one of the guys who is less acceptable of other opinions, by the way.
Yes, I know. And I dislike it about myself, but I cannot really help it. I don't know how to fix that about myself. But I'm trying to be conscious about that nowadays. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get better. But still, I don't know. Sometimes when people say that they like something, to me, it just feels like they intend also to have the message of, like, this is not just something I like. Okay. But this is how things should be made all the time, and this is what you should enjoy. So basically just what I am constantly catching myself on thinking. I'm always under the impression that other people do that, and I don't know. And I get kind of defensive because a lot of people really don't believe that Doom could be enjoyed for anything else other than its gameplay, and I don't know why, but I really want the people to not think that. At least acknowledge that there are some strange persons like myself who play Doom not for the gameplay, which is pretty much one of the stupidest things if you think about it. Where was I even going with that? I don't know. The main thing about DTS-T in this Let's Play has been that I think when people were harshly criticizing it, they were not mindful of the kind of approach, the kind of mindset you had to have when playing it, the kind of mindset that it requires. And the fact that it requires this mindset is partly a fault of the author. Well, not as much like the fault of the author, but the result of the conditions in which it's the conditions in which this was made, I think if I don't know if Deathmatcher before this would made anything or released anything, but I think that if he did make like a few single maps before this and listen to all the criticism, whatever, he would have developed an eye for things that people mainly bashed DTS-T for, and it would have came up much more like to the public's general taste. And
But it wouldn't be the same megawatt.
well, you know what? I would not complain if like some of the episode 4 maps were redone, like the Scenes one or the what was the other one that I didn't like, of Blood and Steel maybe? I don't know. I didn't much mind of Blood and Steel. I just wasn't very enthusiastic about it. Or if episode 1 was totally like reworked from ground zero, and if he went around and eliminated all the misalignments and some outrageous stuff like that. Wow, that was lucky. I wouldn't mind. I don't think the charm on the enjoyment, my enjoyment of DTS-T depends on that, because that would be kind of absurd. The only situation which I can imagine where you would need like misalignments in order to enjoy a map would be a map for the Doom, the way it did project, because that's to replicate the authentic style of id. When they were making maps, you need to not align all the textures, which is at the same time completely reasonable and understandable, and also kind of funny. But yeah, if he made like, if he fixed stuff that people were complaining, the legitimate complaints, of which there were a lot, it wouldn't have lost anything, I think. Also, can I open this door? I have never tried, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I am so like. Maybe I'm not tired of Doom maps. I haven't played a lot of Doom maps in my life, Doom mods, and some people played so many Doom maps that they just pretty much want to be. They developed a very certain image of what they want out of any map ever, and I guess when you play a lot of Doom maps, that image kind of tends to end up being gameplay oriented. Really? Oh, touching. And Dead is drawn in red because he wears red armor. This, I don't know, this is at the same time kind of sad in the way that the author intended, but at the same time kind of funny because it's just so ham-fisted. Yes, the daughter I'm assuming it's the daughter, just barely being old enough to use a computer, tried her hand in paint, and the Dead then printed out her paint document and hung on it. Actually no, actually he cut out a portion of his wall and embedded the print in there. This is... You know what, I like this would be really funny to like everyone, but I like that this exists, this room. But I'm puzzled as to what, why, how. Why are those two like streaks of lighter lined up above these things? I don't really understand. Huh. I guess I won't be able to tell from the game. If I was really curious, I would have looked in the editor, but I'm not. And yeah, some people, like a lot of people, are very, I don't know, I keep saying that there is this like mental checklist and stuff, but I guess when you're so like, when you spend so much time playing these kinds of maps, you stop getting interested in stuff like this, like I am right now. Okay, what am I? Yes, I picked up the red key, and I think there was a red door way at the beginning, which I looked at and thought, I wonder if that's actually going to open or if it's here just for authenticity, because the original map had it. It would be kind of cool if one of the keys wasn't used in this map to finish it, but the doors marked locked with that key were still all here and still gave the message of needing the key, but we never needed to go in there to finish the map and never were able because the key just wouldn't be here.
Everybody would consider this bug probably and complain.
Well, this is the type of people which I think, I don't know, they just don't want to apply any amount of thought to something. They just have this immediate reaction. This is an item on my mental checklist. It checks out. The map is bad. And I mean, sure, that's really, I don't know. To me, this kind of thing that I just thought of here with a couple of doors locked by a key that isn't on the map, just to show that there's more to this place than we have to visit. It really helps, like, even if you don't consider that it's just a nifty idea, if I say so myself. This kind of thing really helps the map feel more natural in the way that the whole area is not just catered to your route that you have to take through it, and it's just a place that you happen to end up in, and you have to find your way through it. And realistically, you wouldn't visit like every single room of a place in such situation. But in Doom maps, of course, it's always like every room is accessible and stuff like that. And but some people, yeah, some people just don't give a crap about stuff like that. They would complain because they would think about the map from the designer standpoint, and just think that this is bad design, it's bad design choices, and this confused me for a second here. I didn't like it. Bad decision. Never do this. Someone will definitely say, never do this ever, because this is bad objectively. And I'm just going to facepalm and wish I was there to slap that person on the face. But this is the magic of opinions. I'm hesitating going out here because I think something is going to happen which will interrupt my train of thought, but now that I'm finished, I can.
Now you will die.
No, I will not die. Wow, he's spazzing out. But oh, nice, he doesn't just have the
Yeah, that's kind of a bit strange.
You know what it is? I think I remember from reading like the Doom wiki a function for walking. There is a second like function for walking that's used, I think, like in Hexen. Remember later in Hexen there is fights with the 3-player classes.
Yeah.
And they behave like bots. And I don't remember them doing this, but I think that there was a function that included strafing, and it said that it was pretty much just used for those bosses. I'm wondering if it's the result of that function being used incorrectly in some way, even though I can't imagine how. Whoa! But he has a lot of weapons. He even used the chainsaw when I got close. That's cool. I wonder, there is such a thing as a scripted marine, which I don't really know what it is in among the like standard Doom classes or something like that. And I don't know how that works. Maybe this is something like that, because the fact that he has like almost a full arsenal. He has a super shotgun, a plasma gun, a rocket launcher, chainsaw. And this is almost like a very, very spazzy duel versus one-on-one deathmatch. I never really played Doom Deathmatch, so I was probably going to completely suck. But this is interesting, and this is a cool final boss in the sense that finally the Marine meets his match. Someone who is actually not a completely mindless and weak demon, but a person who has the same kind of arsenal and flexibility and maneuverability and all. Maybe slightly crazy. Also, I'm starting to think that maybe I should concentrate more on actually fighting this guy.
You are hardly damaging him. Maybe there is some sort of twist. I don't know. Can you make it in Doom so you damage enemies by shooting line deaths or something?
Well, I don't know, but maybe via scripting you can do it. Well, I'm fairly certain that, even though lately I was entertaining a thought of making a bit of a Dark Souls-style gameplay total conversion, and I was faced with a lot of limitations which I didn't know existed in Doom scripting. Like, I'm not sure if it's possible to make a convincing like shield mechanic, even though I thought of a way to make it so like with every weapon. Oh, this is damn it. Well, I'm going to cut my exposition short and just say that a way to make the player more resistant from like one side, which would be necessary to not be able to like put up a shield but still be defended from like the fireballs in the back. I discovered that I don't think you can do that, and so by the end of this, during the whole let's play I was saying that wow, with Doom scripting it probably can do anything, but now I know better. And I'm not sure if you can actually do that, but I think actually yeah, I am damaging him, only it's like what was that game that had Skyrim! Freaking Skyrim had health bars like this which shorten from both sides. I think his health bar is shortening from both sides. And oh, he summons a minion from hell. I thought it would... There's very limited supplies here, and I think... Let me just check how much he is. He doesn't really get damaged too much. I don't... Huh.
I think you damaged him like 3 squares, maybe.
Yeah, considering if he didn't have the super shotgun, I would like this fight a bit more, because I will be able to just hang back and chase him like this.
Well, you yourself created a red Doom guy with super shotgun.
No, my red Doom guy has some kind of chain gun or assault rifle, and you can just... He doesn't have that much health. And he is actually a pretty weak enemy now that I am actually a bit good at Doom. It's kind of funny, I noticed recently that when I open like the oldest maps which I haven't touched in a while, or at least gameplay in which I haven't touched in a while, I discovered that apparently at some point I considered like 2 barons in a very open space to be a threat. Oh, he was he was practically in ambush there with a super shotgun. I am doubting my ability to actually kill this guy.
Try some other weapon, maybe.
I don't think I can hit him with any other weapon. Health!
Just
Again.
try to spam rockets from far, far away.
Well, I wonder if really if being far, far away is going to... damn it. Oh well, that was a funny sound clip. Come forth, my man!
Fine deathmatch.
What? He said something about deathmatch. Oh wow, power-up manifests. Now that is encouraging, because now I know that those 3 medkits aren't the only source of health. Or, I don't know, support. Alright, let's try rockets. He seems to switch between walking and running, and by running I mean spazzing out. I wonder if he's running only when I'm close. In which case it would be possible for me to just kind of spam him with rockets, but he still can hit me with the SSG, which is completely fucking overpowered. Okay, let's do some infighting. Minion! Oh, minion!
Fine deathmatch.
A fine deathmatch. Huh, okay. Power up one of the devices. Which one of these things is one of the devices? Also safe. Oh wow.
Well,
Box
this
of
is
rockets.
the good DTS device that sent us on our mission, and that other one is bad, stolen DTS device.
Oh fuck.
Like a fawn.
Alright, this is the second DTS-T device. Also, that was bullshit. And now I'm practically dead. Unless...
Ah, you almost got it.
And I can see it in the corner of my dead eye. Damn it. Have you played enough Heretic or Hexen to see... apparently there is a type of death when you get a lot of damage, where like your head pops off and you switch to a viewpoint like of your head jumping around.
I don't remember seeing that.
Apparently in Hexen only the warrior for some reason can suffer that kind of death, but in Heretic I guess there's only one player class.
So exhilarating.
Okay, power up. Thank you. Now the power-ups could be a bit quicker, so I wouldn't need to constantly reload, but I guess the fact that they actually do spawn is really... What's the opposite of disappointment?
Encouragement or something? Ah, no, that's not
Don't
the right
think
word.
so. But yeah, that, because I was really ready to believe that those 3 medkits were all I had for the fight. Oh wow, that was lucky.